there will always be people in this country, sadly, who will not be able to see Asian people or ethnic-looking people as Americans. And I think probably, you and I are a similar age. We probably experienced that when, never feeling entirely American because we didn't look like the stereotypical or the definition of what Americans typically look like. But there has to be denunciations of violence against Asians. And we as a community, we just can't sit on the sidelines and allow this to continue. And the most effective way to stand up against all of this, this xenophobia and racism is by voting. And it's so, we have to have those conversations with older generations who are able to vote, that it's crucial. This is, I always say it's a consequential election, but honestly, like, this is the most defining election of our lives, and it probably will be for the rest of our lives. And we need we are such a powerful community, and a large community, if we just coalesce together and exercise our votes.
Lisa, you and I are of a similar generation, and there was a period when you and I remember where the Asian American community felt like it was somewhat split between the two parties. It was something like not quite 50-50, but maybe 55-45 Dem Republican. And there were I have a lot of Republican friends. I have friends who voted for Trump who are Asian American. And a lot of the Asian Americans who were Republicans voted on taxes and economics. They were like, look, other stuff, fine, like, just keep my taxes low and let me do my thing. That is not the case anymore. Today, last cycle, Asian Americans went 75-25 blue. And I'm going to sense that percentage is rising, not falling, because my Asian American friends who voted for Trump are not excited to do so again. They're like, this is not happening. Hey, Christopher, you want to say hi? Sorry, my 7-year-old. So to your point, Lisa, Asian Americans are now like the swing vote in many of the swing states. Like, if the Asian Americans came out in force in Pennsylvania, where I'm heading tomorrow for the Biden campaign, in Georgia, in Ohio, in Michigan, in Florida, in Wisconsin, and you think to yourself, are there a lot of Asian Americans in those states? There are enough, because you're talking about very, very close races in those states. Asian Americans are 5.8% of the national population. And so if you think about a state like Michigan or Florida, it's around that level. And so if you have a group of 5.8% voters swing 80-20 blue and actually turn out, and one of the problems that I know that you and I are trying to change this is that Asian Americans have not been turning out at the same levels as other communities. And because of that, we're not seen as being as much of a political swing vote as we very well could be.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard from so many Asian people that they don't feel like their voice matters in any way. But these are also people who have never been engaged civically. I mean, you can only have a voice if you exercise your own voice. I mean, it really is, it's really crucial.